So it's a...
Welcome to the Christmas episode of Face to Face. And again, right, do you remember how I came up with Face to Face?
This is coming out on Christmas Day because this is Christmas Day. Merry Christmas.
Yeah, all the best. Cheers.
Christmas Day. Happy Christmas Day.
Thanks, all the best. I've got a target now, and I fuck's sake.
You what?
I've got a target now. I have to put it out on Christmas Day.
Well, you mean today because it is Christmas Day?
Yeah. So do you remember as I came up with it?
The words face to face.
Well, no, I didn't invent the words. Yeah, it needs plier in this. Anyway, that's better. So I was thinking, like, what is... I'm trying to think of a name for the podcast. I was thinking, like, what is this?
Because the format will line share the time be face to, yeah.
That.
Get it? Yeah.
Two
of these. Which makes sense.
Two-Face. That's the sequel. Like, Too Fast, Too Furious.
And that'll do it for today.
Yeah. Merry Christmas. See you next year. But I was thinking, like, what is it literally trying to be dead literal about? And it is literally talking face to face.
To sort of...
And then to validate this, as I thought of that, I was shuffling in my car. Face to face came on afterwards.
Yeah.
And it happened again today. I was rethinking about all that. It was so random how it came on shuffle. 3 songs later, it came on.
This podcast could easily have been called like
Rhyme with the HMR.
Or September or something like
Yeah.
I don't know, face to face is better. I like it.
Yeah, thank you.
It does what it says in the tin, doesn't it? Like if it had been called something more esoteric, it might have been a bit like you'd scroll past it on. Well,
yeah.
Scroll past it anyway, but it's. I've just thought of an idea for one of the thumbnails. It's just one of our faces each, and then the number 2 in the middle.
Yeah.
Just the actual face.
Well, I think
like
the reason
that's the T-shirt, isn't it? That's the money machine.
Yeah. The reason I like it is because it's a lot of people shy away from face to face talking now. A lot of people like are really bad at.
Well, if you look at
eye contact,
2 Bears 1K was only just turned where they face each other, and it was the best one, I think. The one before the one they just done.
Well, not as much like that, but it's just the actual. A lot of people can't just
hold a conversation
and like look you dead in the eye.
Yeah, I know what I mean.
It's quite difficult to do that sometimes.
Yeah.
But anyway, so this will be episode Christmas edition.
Episode.
I don't know. I've got so much to edit now.
Well, yeah. Well, it's going to be. That being said, then this is not going to be the one released on Christmas, then, is there? If there's like 6 in the bag.
No, I've got a good feeling now.
Got a good feeling. Okay.
Yeah. So,
on the agenda today,
let's have some conversation. Let's get the PDF up. Where is it? Here we go.
Have you got some conversation for me?
I have, and I thought of this the other day. And do you know when you make yourself laugh? You're that happy with your own brain that you've thought of something. I guess you get that a lot.
I get that a lot, but then I also get like you're a fucking idiot daily. So
yeah.
It's rare that I pat myself on the back for ideas. I make myself laugh at how awful I am.
Well, thank you. That's very sad, and I feel bad for you.
No, awful as in like I laugh at like.
People getting hurt.
No, not so much that. It's just how I pride myself on being absolutely deliberately facetious, and it's just a lot of fun. But like,
yeah, but it's
again, like Segura said. Have you watched that video on on your mum's house where they're talking about those intrusive thoughts you get? And we'll have to watch that in a minute. Him and Christina are talking about intrusive thoughts, and hers are like, "Oh, what if I was driving and just ran that dog over?" And his was like. He was at a shop and a lady asked him if he wanted a bag, and he said, "What if I just punched her in the mouth?" And like it's.
Yeah, I can relate to that so much.
I get them all the time.
But like, as I'm thinking about them, I know that it's very like not many other people think about it. Like that's what makes me happy.
No, exactly, I know.
But like, my examples are, it was when we were watching the boxing.
Joshua Ruiz, yeah,
and
it was a stellar fight.
It was, but I thought of 3 things. One of them is your invention.
Which I'm going on the Dragon's Den with. So before anybody watches this, papers have been filed and you will be sued for copyright if you infringe on my intellectual property. Go.
3-man boxing.
3-man boxing. It is the best fucking invention of all time. It will take... Each match will be roughly the third of the length of time because you cannot...
You can't protect yourself. Like...
You think if you're trying to spar with someone and there's a bloke stood right behind you.
Yeah.
You've got no... And it's...
But you can't double team on one guy. It's always
every man for himself. You could form an alliance if there's 2 guys against one and they want to knock him out, but the match doesn't end when there's 1 knockout. There's 2 knockouts.
Yeah,
That's
last man standing.
Last man standing. Yeah, it can't. it can't be one down then you're out because if the other guy who hasn't been involved in the punch misses out, it's more of a triple threat elimination than just a triple threat. So and the match just carries on with a corpse in the ring. If if someone just gets absolutely cannoned in the head, then you got to like fight over him and round him. And stuff.
Sorry. So that's the main one that I thought of first.
I can genuinely see that being something amazing.
Yeah. But what's better is when they go in and hug each other like that.
Yeah.
And then these try and slide a little dig in like the side like that.
Yeah.
Just as the whole match should be that. So at the start, instead of going ding ding, they just get into the cuddle position. All it is just them fucking punching each other's ribs.
And see it goes down the most.
12 rounds. Imagine that.
How does all three blokes have themselves?
No, this is just two-man boxing again.
Oh, okay.
So it's literally just one big ring and it's just that the whole time. I thought that'd be funny, to be honest. And then
I'm just trying to think how it'd work. So the referee,
just imagine
the referee has to enforce the scrum every time. If you break up and try and do a bit of ducking and weaving, it's like no, back in the scrum.
Yeah, come on, I'll get up, and then it's just constant digging.
Yeah.
The other one is cable tie both hands together and then go. So
it's just a double axe handle every time.
Every time. Well, how do you block and like?
Do you swing from the side maybe or?
Well, like every time you'd swing, your whole body would like. Because you put in.
Oh yeah, if you go for a sideways like bomber knocker swing, you miss, you're going in your ass. The momentum. That would work better if you cable tied the hands but put like a weight in the gloves, so you just get carried away with it. Like people do the hammer throws, but hang on to it.
Yeah, exactly. That's the exact motion.
The men are let go, but then they keep hold of it and they end up like doing a bit of a flip.
Yeah.
That'd be good.
But that brought me to think about. Remember we said we'd change the whole Olympics and I would change every event to make it funnier.
Yeah.
But then again, that brought us to the conversation we had last week about if we crossed football and wrestling. Like, when the drafts or when you get Money in the Bank or whatever. It was when we were at Fleetwood the other day and you said, oh my God, that's Messi's music. And then out of nowhere, Messi's playing for Liverpool now. It would
be the exact same thing as Money in the Bank for wrestling where the unannounced come in with a contract, because that's what it was, a contract.
Yeah.
And instead of cashing it in for the title, like, because I don't like that because then you have to have the whole team surprise. It would be you just sign a player mid-game.
Yeah.
So they come on with a contract.
But like no one's aware, like not even there's no rumours or anything.
No, there's absolutely nothing. There's no like people following the play or anything like that. It's just you're 3-1 down and then fucking Suarez comes on for like Wolverhampton or something like that. It doesn't have to stay there forever, it's just that one game.
But as well,
so exactly. It's like a mercenary. He's just flown in from like Espanyol or whatever.
But like when you said, oh my God, that's Messi's music, like when that happens, when you get a player for a day, they have to have their own music. It has to come out of nowhere.
They would have their own theme music. That could be a section for next week as well. What music would Klopp have? What entrance music would he have? Like Taz or something?
Oh.
He'd either have an established one like Taz or just something like Rammstein, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
And just love it. He'd own it.
Yeah.
I had one. It's kind of football. It'd be an Olympic sport, but it's on a football pitch. But it's just two blokes on the field at once, and it's like TIG. So you got how long? Like you both start in each net.
Yeah.
Both start in each net, and it's whoever can evade the other bloke for the longest. Like you can't. But one of them is the designated chase, and one of them is a designated flicker.
Yeah, but you can't go off the pitch.
You got to stay in the confines of the pitch. It's like sumo. It's like sumo, TIG, football, and something else.
That'd be the world's most boring sport.
How do you do that though? Like you just proper fleeing each other the whole way around because you'd have to go close and go around him like ooh like
but I bet there'd be as a spectator.
There'd be a tactic to it.
As a spectator, there'll be like there'll be points where you'd lose interest and there'd be they
wouldn't fill a 70,000 seat ticket. But yeah, you think how knackered you'd be if the one guy comes for you and he's sprinting the whole time. You got to play it smart. You do a bit of a jog to get near him, and then he goes
juke him.
You try and like sort of fake him out, sort of thing.
But is there a time limit or is it
no? No.
As soon as the other guy's tug,
it's either you've been tug or when the police wrap it up. It's been going on for too long.
Right. What does that bring you to? Can you think about?
I've got the.
Do you remember you brought that thing up about Maya?
It's not an Olympic sport, but it's just again it was an.
It's our brains. It's that same.
It was an intrusive thought again. It was
intrusive. You say it like it's.
It's not what it is.
It's broke your train of thought. Like
it's not even that. It's just there's something there that's just going. What about this?
Yeah, but like you're thinking normally, doing normal stuff, and then your brain just goes, "No, let's be a dickhead for a minute."
I was just thinking about the John Mayer gig we were going to, and just thought obviously everyone loves him. Everyone's been waiting like 2 hours whatever to get in there. They want to see him. Blah 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 blah. The excitement, you've had the tickets for a year.
Yeah.
How long would it take for him to empty a 20,000 seat arena if he came out and just sung one word? He opened with Gravity, for example, but just kept saying Gravity, not in tune, no music playing, just Gravity. Gravity.
Like different.
Different inflections, but just saying the same word. At what point do people think it's a joke or not think it's a joke anymore?
But it's not. It's not so much all the fans leaving. It's security, food vendors.
It's
since when the door's locked.
It's the bloke turns off big light and goes home.
Yeah.
Like the band have just given up on him and got on the bus and stuff like
it's
that.
It's got to be north of 4 hours.
I don't think that. I think it'd be longer. Because the gig itself would have been 2, so some people would have been there for the duration. Some people might have been picked up. So some people might have to be there for 2 hours anyway, thinking this is shit. My dad's gone pub or whatever.
Is there going to be is the band on as well, or is it just him?
The band's on.
So the band.
The band have to sort of try and pull him off the stage. He's still saying it, and then they give up because he's being an arse and they want to start fighting the stage. There's a lot to consider.
Yeah.
I don't. That thought had no sort of production about it.
I love that a lot of people are like thinking about important things in life, like
the election in 2 days.
Schools, the health service.
Compare that to the one that I just thought of when you said new Olympic sports, right? Yeah, I've got a new one.
The one instead of diving, you jump out the pool onto the diving board.
That one would be quite impossible. I was just thinking I don't know how it would work. You need some sort of machine, a la one of them baseball throwing ones. You know, when like you go to like a baseball.
It goes
You go to a baseball cage and it just pings them at you.
Yeah.
It's like that.
I want to do that.
You've got to catch the javelin. So there's a machine. There's a machine like a harpoon, and it fires the javelin out like completely straight, spiraling like that.
But you got to like let it go past you and grab it.
The bloke's wearing the thing, and he's got to sort of run backwards, gauge it, and catch it. Like that. So it would be, if you fast forward it would look like he's throwing it.
Yeah.
But you got to run back, match the speed of it, and then pull it back and bring it down. But it's fired pointy end.
Yeah.
So.
But like the world record would be the furthest away it is from where it's been fired to where you catch it.
You think how little of that you'll see. It's coming at your pointy end first. It's going to appear like that in the sky, innit?
No, but like, so for the further away ones, they're going to aim it up like that. Like,
oh, yeah.
They're not just going to...
Yeah, but you're looking up at it. By the time it's banked like that, you're going to see like a speck in the sky and try and misjudge it. Sun flare and it's through your head. I think it should be back to more barbaric like it was in the Roman times.
Backwards hurdles. That'll be funny. You don't know where they were.
Not a clue. That's very true. So that's...
Did you honestly just think of that then?
Yeah. Just trying to catch the backwards javelin like that. I mean, fucking impossible,
But do you run backwards or do you run?
No, you run backwards.
Forward, constantly turning around.
No. Like, you imagine how it would be if you rewound someone throwing a javelin. It's that.
But they don't move once they've thrown it.
Yeah, they do. They do that step after they've thrown it. They've been tanning it, haven't they? So you've got to do a backward step, get a bit quicker, and then catch it when it's at full speed. But you got to sort of gauge it when it's coming over your head.
Oh, you used to 2-man pole vault.
It wasn't mine. That one was Will Ferrell and Dunty Riley's. They went on a chat show as a 2-man pole vault team.
Oh right, okay.
That one though is hilarious. Can you imagine that?
How does it even? I don't even know.
Both go over together, obviously.
Yeah, but how do you the running part?
You'd have to be literally on top of each other. You'd have to be like back to back like that. It wouldn't work. Just both die straight away.
Mm-hmm.
I might come up with some more through the duration.
That's it's a definite topic we can come back to.
Yeah, 100%.
Well, like I remember you saying, they should always give one player in football, one player. Don't tell anyone who it is, but just give them brass knuckles and they can use them once each. So like you just defending a corner.
Don't remember saying that, but okay.
No, we definitely came up with this before. But you just like defending a corner and Mane's just down off the ball.
The camera's like gone to the line because he's done that. And then he comes back and he's just like absolutely out for the count.
Yeah. Okay. Moving on.
I've got some YouTubes for you, but I might spread them out so they're not all together. So can we do our first YouTube of the week?
Yeah, of course.
Is this the new segment or is it part of Conversation Street?
It can be whatever you want it to be, mate.
Right. Okay. The first one I'm going to send you is as follows. This is just sums up my. To be fair, of the ones I've got, a lot of them are intellectual. A lot of them are worth your time. A lot of them will need a backstory. A lot of them will need reasons why I've brought them up today. This one is self-evident. No background needed. Just crack on.
Put your clothes and chocolates.
I couldn't tell from his speech, to be
fair. Yeah, exactly. That's why I was like, he's a bit special today.
Fuck this shit!
Oh. Right, okay, I can tell.
That little noise then, did you hear it?
Yeah. I can tell that one's affected you, so I'm going to hit you with a double whammy here. This one's only a minute long. It's a long video, but I only want to show you the first minute or so. This one makes me happy. This one makes me happy. This could spark another set of Conversation Street, but this video makes me very, very happy.
Done it again.
What? I don't like adverts. Oh yeah, it's still low. It's still half speed, Sam. That's gonna be there forever now. This is the best video.
Hello
ever.
and
My new
welcome
favourite
back
video.
to another episode of Airline UK Freakouts on
Get
Arthur
ready.
TV. Coming up today, we've got all the right ingredients for a perfect episode. A posh
my
entitled
number one
man,
hobby.
an angry couple, and a wholesome return to the series from Saint Leo himself. So put on some comfy clothes, grab your popcorn, smash like and subscribe, and enjoy the show.
Okay,
Look
that
at
flight's
white.
actually closed now.
Closed?
Yeah. Closes 40 minutes before.
Well, we've been driving around the car park trying to find a space. And then we've got the
Unfortunately, there's
car.
nothing I can do about that. Once the figures have been passed, they won't accept you now, I'm afraid. The only thing we'd be able to do is transfer you onto the next flight.
And when's the next flight?
For Paris. It's going to be 7:45 tonight.
Oh, you're kidding.
Wait.
In Liverpool, EasyJet's new check-in rule means
This place is
passengers have to
building.
arrive 40 minutes before departure. And Rosalind and her husband Paul have been caught out.
Look at his jumper.
Yeah, he's already fucked off in
I've been
here.
driving around the car park for 20 minutes and I would appreciate if you could just try.
Appreciate that, but I've already asked for you.
Mr. and Mrs. James are meant to be off to France to house hunt for a second home, but they've missed check-in and are demanding
He's got
Lorna
the funniest
Harrison
head
gets
I've
them
ever
onto
seen.
the flight.
Can you ask again? Can I ask someone?
No, you can't ask. I can ask again for you, but they won't
goodness
accept
sake.
you.
Well, just explain the situation.
I wouldn't stand here
Give the
arguing
shit at
with you
planning,
if
they
you
turned
didn't
up
want
late.
that flight.
Yep. That's all it
Can
is.
you just try
It
then?
doesn't go till 5
It's
to
not down
2.
to me. I can't make the decision.
I'm going to Paris on the 2 o'clock flight. I pre-booked the flight and I pre-booked a car park space.
That's what you always
There's
do.
absolutely
come
no
fly
space
with
on
me,
the
innit?
car park. I've
Yeah.
lost 10 minutes when I tried to find a space on the car park. Actually dropped my wife off so she could come and book in. We're 5 minutes late and they're telling us the desk closed.
You can tell
We went
he's
last
got a
week.
lot more rage to come.
Oh,
He's
yeah,
holding
yeah,
back.
And
Yeah.
the flight was delayed for 4 hours.
He's Bill O'Reilly right now, isn't
2
he?
cock-ups, 2 times. EasyJet. Not so
Go with a
EasyJet.
different airliner.
Yeah.
There's surely going to be
that old
somewhere else
chestnut.
flying.
People make this
you're
EasyJet
going
not
to
being
France to
EasyJet
buy a house,
all
you
the
spend an
time
extra
and then
ton on
act
the
as if it
flights.
was
Yeah.
some genius play on words. But honestly, I'm getting sick of it. Even people whose first language isn't even English make this joke.
Easy. Yeah. Very easy. But lousy.
Sorry?
Garbage service.
Garbage service? It's not
It comes back to the guy in a minute.
garbage service. If you say you were here
I go
till
to sort of
6:30,
skip it, because I think it comes
yeah,
back to
right,
him.
it'd be
Just like
garbage
hover over the
service.
search bar. It comes back to him in a minute. Yeah, keep going, keep going. Goes to some posh tit. Oh, there we go, there we go. So he's been raging.
TJ Miller.
Yeah. Oh, advert again. Come on, YouTube. You can't even skip them anymore, can you? It's a joke.
To be fair though,
What?
I thought that the other day, but like,
You can pay for premium, I know, but you don't want to have to do that, do you?
Can't I get on the flight? What kind of company is this? Arrive and get on.
Back in Liverpool, Paul
Arrive
and Rosalind
and
are
get
beginning
on.
to lose their temper with Lorna.
why can anyone else
It's actually now
abide by the
40
rules, but he
minutes,
can't?
But we would have accepted you. But you come
40
you
minutes,
come
we
here
didn't.
after the 30 minutes.
I arrived there at 20 past.
20 past, my wife was here.
20 past I was
booking
here.
in.
But they didn't pass the figures till 30 minutes before, and you weren't here then.
We were.
I
That voice,
arrived
Sam.
at this desk at 20 past and you was talking to a young lad there. I can't help it if you ignore me for 5 minutes.
We were here
Sorry,
in
I was
time.
just
Can you
dealing
just
with
go and tell them
another
again that we
passenger.
were actually here in time?
He says the stupidest thing in the world in a minute.
Why?
Because it's
Just
too
go
late.
and ask them again. It isn't too late if you go and ask them
It's not
instead of
worth
arguing with me.
Anymore. If you want
Why
to
are you
put you on
arguing
the
with me?
list,
Also, what colour's his
because you're
fleece?
arguing with me, I'm
Well, can you
trying to
just
get
go
you
and
on
ask
that
and get
flight.
me on the flight?
I can't get you on that
Why
flight,
can't
I'm
you get
afraid.
me on the flight?
Because it's not
There's
my
plenty of
decision,
seats.
and they
Well,
won't
can I
accept
speak
you.
to the person who makes
They
the
won't
decision?
speak to you, I'm afraid.
Well, will you speak to them
I've
and get them
tried,
to
I've
sort
asked them
it?
for you.
No, you
Wait.
haven't.
Have.
You haven't.
Have.
We were here on
If you're not
time.
letting me explain, then I can't explain to
How
you
can you
what
explain
happened.
that you've just changed your mind and said
Can you
that
just let me
because you were
explain?
no?
Well, I'm not dealing
You
with you
said
anymore
to
then.
me-
No.
Okay.
He says,
No,
a
can
word,
you
he
go-
says a sentence in a minute that begins with H, and it's the stupidest thing anyone's ever said in
Get
an
someone
airport.
and talk to me, please.
I'll get the supervisor to come through as soon
Can
as
you
she
get
gets
them
on
now
board.
so that we can get on this aircraft?
No,
We
you
were here on
can't.
time.
I'm afraid.
We were here on time. Hold the aircraft. We were here on time. We were here 35 minutes.
Over at Luton, some
He's like a Peter Kay sketch. Hold the aircraft. We were here at 35 minutes ago. I watched that about 100 times. He's a man who's not empowered. He's like,
Yeah, he's never going to admit he's wrong, is he?
that would be a good TV show for me, I think, if because obviously this still happens now with EasyJet and smaller
Yeah, of course it
companies where
does.
people just take out their shit punctuality issues with other people. You just have someone who's like a bouncer, but just goes into the face and goes, "You're late."
Yeah, like he's not employed by them. He's just
he's just like, again, I'll use the word mercenary. He's like a bouncer, sort of. He's just stood there, and he's doing his absolute best not to de-escalate the situation, but to escalate it. Like he goes he goes in to deliberately go, "You only get 10 minutes ago, mate. What are you on about?" Like deliberately saying incorrect things just to be proper sarcastic and piss him off and do his best to.
But like he's got rights to do anything.
You know what? I think I may have just described my ideal job.
What?
If I was on the payroll for one of those, just for the airport as well, I could work for I could consult for loads of different airlines.
Yeah.
And you go up to them and he's like, him for example, "What dropped my wife for 25 minutes ago?" That's not your wife. Like, it's like
you've got a walkie and it comes in like, "Tom, gate 35. There's some guy who's pissed off because he can't find his bag," and you can just get in his face like clop. Like.
Yeah, he's like not even that. He's late by 2 minutes and he's asked us very politely, "Right, no worries."
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah,
here we go.
Let's go. Let's spark him out.
But you've got two armed coppers behind you in case it kicks off. They'll just sort them out. Gay.
I'll say I've got some other videos, but I think 2 of them may qualify for music appreciation. One of them falls under conversation.
Well, I think
I don't want to play it.
I'm ready to go into music appreciation now.
Wow. Yes. Okay. Tell you what then. Oh, can we do one that's both? Right. We'll do
music conversation.
We'll do one that's a bit of a video that we'll just have to. This is just going to spark a bit of conversation. Then we can do something about music because you've got a lot of music as well, I guess.
I wanted to talk about our Spotify's of the year.
Perfect. That's a very, very good idea. This one is just. We are going to have a Hans Zimmer segment every week. This is just because he's the god of the world. This one is just to show you how cool. You don't have to watch at any point. I've only watched the first minute and a half, but it's just basically the man's a genius. This basically, not a composer. I love the idea of having the same or being able to mimic the same setup he has, just in case I can press some buttons and it makes it sound cool.
Mm-hmm.
This bloke here has got a standard sort of MIDI keyboard sort of situation, but he's got the Hans Zimmer strings update thing from Spitfire, I think. Sampler, yeah. It's about 600 quid. And if you just go back to the start and just listen to him play it for a couple of seconds, you'll recognise it straight away as being like Zimmer-esque.
Yeah, you know. Sorry.
Get it off.
Why is it? I don't know. I just changed it in the last video. I'll explain why. I've been listening to John Mayer in 0.75 speed because it's like double the amount of chill.
It works very well with some of the songs that he's done. Like he probably himself, if he heard it at that speed, may remix it and do a re-release of, especially New Light. Yeah, that is almost like a.
It's like that's like a burger. It's just perfect.
That tempo of New Light at 0.75 speed, which we need to sort of sample at some point in this podcast. That could be a Tropical House remix. That just needs a bit of like steel drum in the background
and then
like that.
A lead synth.
Oh no, that'd be amazing.
But what was I gonna say then? That leads me into something that I've forgotten. Anyway,
just put this on for a second, just so you can appreciate the.
Concentrated our firepower.
It's like Hugh Dennis.
Into 2 areas.
It does.
First one
Hugh Dennis
is
and Miles Jupp,
which we have created some new short patches, and they are immensely detailed in terms of their round robins and in terms of their dynamic layers. So
do you know how these work?
Are hugely detailed.
Not clear.
I'll give you a very quick blast.
We can make our own sampler now. Like I learned it at uni. So basically, all it is. I'll try and explain it. I can record me just saying the word balls,
right,
and get it as a little file like that. You open up a sampler and you click edit. Somewhere it's different. Every sampler is different.
Yeah.
You get thousands. But the one we did at uni, you click edit and then it opens up the keyboard and it will have my word saying the balls, and it should be on note C, and you can stretch it from C to G,
okay.
C to G that way.
Yep.
And it should be balls. But like. That's you make your own sampler doing that, but you can. It's endless.
Is that sort of thing used when? Because I was watching something the other day, how they made Revenge of the Sith, and it was some of the noises for some of the aliens, I think, where they recorded some physical object and then re-recorded it at like higher pitches and different octaves and stuff,
Yeah,
would that be the same
they'll
premise?
spread it across the sampler then.
Because that's what they do with South Park as well, with Cartman's voice.
Yeah.
With the things like that. So that's pretty cool.
So like, there's so many things you can do like on the computers now with like Cubase.
I really I want to be productive and get something going like that with a keyboard and a synth and just try and just see what happens, because something might happen.
Well, that's where it is.
There's that, but I also really want to get a Star Wars sound effects soundboard, and I would do nothing else for the rest of my life.
Well,
you think of Attack of the Clones, all the noises in that film, I would be doing that all the time.
Like F# is seismic charge.
F# is the noise Anakin's yellow speeder makes on that pass.
Yeah.
In the Coruscant.
You probably can download / buy that.
There is a Star Wars soundboard, but it's on like a HTML shitty page thing, and it doesn't quite.
Yeah.
I want it to be a full on, like, you know, when you have them. What's your mate called? Who did the big desk?
Rupert Neve.
Yeah. Where it's got physical buttons that press it in, and like I want something like that instead of it being like a laggy sort of online tool.
Yeah, I know what you mean, like a website.
Yeah. This is just for, I don't even know which part of this.
No, but I know what you're saying, because he's got his signature strings. He's got his. Well, that's because he's just made them himself.
You know what? Go back to the start of this video. Just do the first 30 seconds.
Hi there.
Hi
Paul
there.
Thompson here from
Hi, how you
Spitfire
doing?
Audio. Very excited today to show you our update to Hans Zimmer strings. So we have recorded some new material for the left and right violin sections, the 20 players on the left and the 20 players on the right, and for the 20 players on the left of the cellos and the 20 right-hand side cellos as well. And we've concentrated our firepower into two areas. First one is the very short spiccatissimos, which we have created some new short patches, and they are immensely detailed in terms of their round
the way
robins
this
and
man
in terms
speaks.
of their dynamic layers. So they are
You play some
hugely
in a second.
detailed. I'll give you a very quick blast of these now.
If I had that made that noise, I would not leave the house.
Yeah. Fucking hell. So yeah, so he's recorded 20 violinists playing one note, playing every note individually.
Now, one way to show you,
he's recording them all playing one note individually, like just the full note, just boom, and he puts it on that note on the sampler every time, 1 1 1 1 1. So when he presses it, like you can. How can you?
I know exactly what you're saying. I know exactly what you're saying, because
recreate.
You need to.
Yeah.
There's a video. This isn't for the podcast. This is for you to watch. It's on Spitfire again. It's Zimmer, and he's talking about Cubase.
Yeah.
And he's saying how, because his library's got obviously millions of samples pretty much at this point. He's saying how amazing the software is, and it's like he was talking about how not only has he recorded the sound, he's recorded the artist playing it, and it's there forever. Yeah. Like he was saying how there was someone who was playing. He recorded a Spectrum of whatever with someone who had like a 200-300-year-old Stradivarius.
Exactly.
That was then sold, but it's like, but I've still got it.
Yeah.
You know, I love that. I love having that library of.
That's what I mean when you go into Logic and you go on the piano section. You go Steinway grand piano.
Yeah.
Because it is.
Yeah, I know what I mean.
But it's MIDI. It's been converted to MIDI, so it's.
But I think
play the note, record it. Like there's.
It's stuff like this next level though. Is this stuff like where it's like. Because that's one Steinway piano, but does that sort of thing have this level of fucking 40 people on one key?
Yeah, it doesn't matter. 40 people on one key is still just one audio file.
Oh, true. But that sounded legit, didn't it?
Yeah. We could record whatever you want. Like, you can get 200 people doing a violin note and put it as one note, because it's an audio file. That's all it is. A sampler is an audio file put as one note. And
we need to do some discussions after this. So
this is why I loved uni.
It's I can't. There's a bit where if you just do it now for the podcast, but this is for you to watch later. If you go on like Q, just type in Hans Zimmer Spitfire. I'll show you which one to watch. So Spitfire is Spitfire is the channel. You want not walk through. It's either the Composer Roundtable or
I've started watching that. That's
quality. That One of these ones. He's actually in it.
Percussion. Oh my god.
No, that's the percussion one in it. But yeah, that's cool. It's
Right.
one of them. We'll find it.
Do you remember that percussion one where we had 12 drummers in one room?
It's got like
playing?
Pharrell and stuff on it.
Yeah.
It's that was, you know what, as well, because how old's that video?
6 years. Man of Steel, innit?
That's the first time I realised, which is really, really bad to think about. It's the first time I realised that they actually score the movie after it's been made, because I always thought,
Oh, yeah.
It took me a really ball-aching long time to realise that there's no way they can edit and make a score that fits perfectly with the film that I haven't seen it first. I don't know why it took me that long.
Well,
to
it's
think about
never completed. It's always a rough draft.
No, I know, and obviously scores, they have like sweets and things, and they have stuff that doesn't make the cut. But I didn't.
And they might have themes before it starts.
Yeah, but I didn't think. I don't know why I didn't make the connection that, like you said, the score's like for me probably the most integral part of the film.
Yeah. Well, it's
And-
half of it.
Yeah.
Like, one of my favourite things I've ever heard at uni is when people say that when you go to watch a film, and most things you notice is what you see.
Mm.
And I remember at uni, everyone said a sound guy always. It's always, you don't get credit for when it's good, but if it's shit, you'll get.
And it's the
'Cause
exact same with VFX, innit? Nobody
Yeah.
noticed good CGI.
Because you're not meant to.
Yeah.
But like, I think it was one of my lecturers that said, if you're at the cinema, do that and see what it's like with just the sound coming in, or cover your ears and just watch it. Like, what's better or what's worse? What's rather watching the screen with no sound,
Yeah.
or listening to it with no? Because you can imagine. You
one-
can imagine the screen, but you can't really imagine the full scope of the sound.
That's
If you're
one-
watching like Dunkirk or something.
You've just reminded me of something. You know, one of my favourite films of all time is The Big Short.
Yeah.
Probably is my top one ever, probably. There's a bit in that.
Top one.
There's one sentence in that I wanted to run by you, and now's probably a perfect time. I think that has been done after it was filmed, and I think the ADR on it is shit.
Yeah.
I want you to tell me now. It's going to be the bit where, if you just type it in now, we'll just try and find it. It's only about 10 seconds long, the sentence he says, but it's so added in post. Just put The Big Short argument or something like that, and it'll come up. I know which one it is. No, it won't come up there. Just put argument or something like that. There, where it says "I say when we sell." Go on that one. Just after he says "I say what we sell,"
There's a boner.
Yep, pretty much. I love him so much. This score, fuck me.
Who did it?
Nicholas Britell, who also did Moonlight and Beale Street, and him and Justin Hurwitz did Whiplash.
Oh right, yeah.
So skip about halfway through, Sam. There's a bit where they're in a cafe or like a restaurant or something arguing. Yeah, keep going. Right, so in here, you have to watch the whole thing. Go a bit later on. Yeah, there. He's arguing Mark Strong, who's a fucking great actor, by the way. I love him so much. He should be in everything.
That's not Mark Strong.
Not if there's no market left to
Jeremy
sell
Strong
them.
is called.
Forget it.
They're not related. They're not related.
If Morgan goes under, we end up
And
with
great
nothing.
actors. So he says, hey, I say when we sell,
Jesus,
and then
come
Rafe
on.
Spall from Hot Fuzz is
I
supposed to
say
say
when we sell.
whatever you say, Mark. Yeah, in a minute. It's so.
He's just said it now.
No, he shouts it.
Look, I get that this is personal for you, but we have a
a
fiduciary responsibility.
I love
No,
this film.
no, we don't.
He screams it, and then Rafe
Nobody's
Spall
acting
says,
responsible. Fuck responsibility. Are you
whatever
kidding
you say,
me?
Mark. Right, just listen now. You tell me which bit.
The assholes at the big banks. I want to take.
boys want any appetizers?
We're talking, please. Excuse us. We're going to wait, and we are going to wait, and we are going to wait until they feel the pain, until they start to bleed. That is what I want.
But what about our clients who've entrusted us with their savings?
I say
their
when we
pension?
sell.
But this isn't about you. This isn't about you.
Hey,
You're up
hey,
beside Mahogany.
hey! I say when we sell.
Whatever you say, Mark.
Yeah, his mouth's not moving.
Not that.
And
Play
it's incredibly quiet.
Play it again. It sounds like it's been done in like an office or somewhere, doesn't it? You got
Yeah,
back like 10 seconds.
it's like that.
Yeah,
it's
it's
not
sent
even
it on his iPhone, hasn't he?
Yeah.
That is what I
I've always
want.
thought this.
Clients who've entrusted us with their savings.
I say
their
when we
pension.
sell.
But this isn't about you. This isn't about you.
Hey,
You're up
hey,
beside Mahogany.
hey! I say when we sell.
Close your eyes.
Whatever you say, Mark.
Yeah.
How poor is that?
Yeah.
That's
just poor quality. But when there's timing issues, that's when it takes you out of it because
When it just
you know
doesn't
that it's not
sync.
there and then it's not real.
Yeah, I mean, obviously it was from behind his head, so you don't know his mouth's not moving. But it's the quality on that always takes me out of the film. I don't know why.
That. That's interesting.
You've not watched it 100 times like I have.
No, I haven't. I only watched it once and didn't get it.
Can I hog videos one more time? And it'll be a segue into music, into the Spotify thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to send you this one. This is the one This one is one that I found literally today. So there's a website that does music called Loudwire.
That rings a bell.
Yeah, you've heard of them, yeah? I'm not going to show you all the videos I've got in here, by the way, because I've got too many.
Well, how many times as well after you've poured a drink like that without a can do you have to go?
Even if there's like one morsel left.
Yeah.
They did a poll for Metal Artist of the Decade.
Right.
I'm only showing you this because there's one riff in it I want you to see him play. Second God of the day. Main God being Hans. But this is gonna go into music appreciation and stuff. Go to halfway through roughly, and we'll find it from there. It's between halfway and the end, but it keeps.
Pain to sort out in post production.
Oh, I know. We'll just do it one. Just. It's in half again, Sam.
Fuck's sake! How do I change this?
I don't know, mate. I don't know if you just have to. Well, we'll have to keep doing it. Just keep going over it till he keeps playing guitar again. We'll do a mini cut, Sam. Go back.
This pull off is kind of important.
Great shirt as well.
And essentially the verse is...
Have you just let him speak for a minute, because he's a very nice speaker. Have you know...
And this is a typical me thing. I go astray on the third line, and just do something that's longer than the previous two, so that it lands on the fourth segment. So it comes to be so it becomes, in there you have a lot of it.
Well said, mate.
Speaking of, whilst you're thinking of your one to the next segment, which we'll introduce shortly, have you got any for the Think Fast? What's it called?
Instant reply.
Instant reply. I've got 3 for you.
No.
Instant reply. No, you can't just have no.
That's my reply to you saying.
It's instant reply, but the methodology behind it is you have to live without one of them.
So we pick the one that we want to keep.
Which one can you not live without? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
which one can you not
which one,
live with?
No double negatives. No, it's literally
just the better one.
Which one of these could you not lose?
Yeah.
If you had to not pick one.
Yeah.
Right. First one. John Mayer or shitting more than once a day?
John Mayer.
Wow. Okay. So you'd
a year ago that would have been the latter.
Okay. So you'd have to settle for one, irrespective of what you eat.
Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough.
So I got to be struggling from like 3 p.m. onwards.
If you are, yeah. You can listen to Queen of California all you want, but
I'm still going to be turtling.
You're going to be turtling for 18 hours. KFC when hungover or Practical Jokers?
Practical Jokers. Ooh.
Wow, okay. I wasn't expecting that. And the last one I kind of couldn't really... Joe Rogan or Wednesdays?
Joe Rogan.
If you just had a fifth less of the life... a seventh left of your life even remaining.
That's good.
So you'd have Joe Rogan forever, but you wouldn't know you were missing a Wednesday.
There'd be a backlog of days.
I don't know how that one would work. I didn't think that one through. I couldn't think of anything. It wasn't even Wednesday when I thought of it.
Oh, that's great.
It's Wednesday today. You'd miss Champions Leagues every other time.
Soft toilet paper or central heating?
Central heating.
Okay.
I'm not so fussed on that front. I can hear your brain.
I can't.
You can't hear your own brain. Do it. Star Wars, Lord of the Rings.
Star Wars. It's really tough, isn't it? I've got one, but I can't think of the second one.
What's your one?
4-pronged toasters.
Needs to be something of an even keel to not make it one-sided. Because if you said 4-pronged toaster or women, then it's obviously everything you have. So you need to do like. You need to do like.
4-pronged toasters or boxers. No,
so you have to have briefs.
Yeah,
There's an answer for
no,
that. No, I mean, no. You need to do it.
You just get two-prongers.
Because 4-pronged toasters are convenience that we're used to. You need to equate it to something of a similar
level of importance.
So you'd have to have 4-pronged toaster or wireless remotes for your TV.
Yeah,
something like that.
Yeah.
So you have to fucking walk up and turn it up by 2 and sit down again and stuff. Or a 4-pronged toaster. Quick! 4-pronged
toaster.
Yeah, okay. You just like toast, don't you? That was a good.
Yeah.
Right, go on. Introduce your next segment.
Okay.
This was thought on the way here. I've got an answer for you already.
Oh yeah. Well, this is a cock.
Cock it.
Bear with. The segment is. It's going to be part of the top 10 series. We'll give you a full list shortly.
This is just to wet the whistle.
Wet the whistle.
Yeah. This is just the instant. It's the first one we thought of both for this one, so it'll end up being in both our individual top 10s.
Yeah.
But it is
top 10 most dangerous songs to drive to.
Dangerous meaning when you drive listening to the song at full blast, you are at the most risk of crashing and killing yourself and many other people.
And risk to others. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I straight away know what mine is because I cannot drive the speed limit to this song.
Yeah. Go on.
A Boney M cover. And the band Boney M.
No idea what you mean.
You never heard of Boney M?
Otherwise, I would have said yeah.
Okay. Go on YouTube. You need the video for it as well.
Black Betty's one.
Black Betty is a very good one. TUR. I don't want the Boney M version. It's a cover of Boney M. Boney M is shite. TUR. ISAS.
Alright.
Top one.
Yeah, I know this one.
I cannot drive slowly to the song. Go on here and skip to about 20 seconds.
I'm not skipping because it makes it difficult.
Okay. I defy anybody to obey standard traffic violations to this song. It's absolutely fucking impossible. And it's at one point, it's explicitly impossible. I was doing about 40 and a 20 when this came on. So you could be in traffic at this point and you're going around people. When you hear the Boney M version, it's so much slower. It's about 60 beats per second or whatever. No, a minute. It's not this part's tolerable. This part's fine.
Yeah, you could be like 4th, maybe pushing 5th at this point.
It's when it goes off in a minute. You seen the video of this before?
Yeah. This has got to be top 3.
I'm not giving you any more than information than that, but it's up there for me.
This bit?
Nope.
Oh, rah, rah. Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah. I feel like if you got pulled over and this is on, the copper should just go, right, yeah, sorry.
Oh, you did 130. Oh, sorry, mate. I didn't know I had Raspberry on. It's not actually this bit. It's not. Keep it on. It's not actually this bit. It's in about 10 seconds. It's after the chorus. After the first chorus is the bit I can't handle. Viking battle metal. Wait, sorry, it's not this bit. This bit I cannot stop headbanging to whilst driving. After this.
Yeah,
at this point, my eyes are closed.
Yeah, it's just that drum beat, isn't it?
Yeah. You are some man to never mind the song. It's like you're on a horse. Play it again. It's like you're on a horse. On a Rohirrim.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's absolutely no way.
Yeah.
Nobody in the world would pass the test with that song on.
But this opens it up, doesn't it? Because with our brains, we can think of a lot of good top 10s, can't we?
The top 10 channel the top 10 playlist that we have featuring multiple different top 10 things will vary in terms of what scope and of quality.
I've just thought of another one.
A lot of them will be shit. A lot of them will be
thought of a great one.
Top 10
you probably got
times to
10.
eat toast and stuff like.
What did you just say?
Top 10 times to eat toast.
What?
What are you going to say about toast?
Top 10 scenarios where 3 over is buttered and fucking hell, Tom.
I was literally going to say times of the day, like 9:43 is third.
No, I meant like scenarios. So like, you've not slept very well and you didn't eat a lot for tea last night, so you want 3 toasts to kick off the day. That's got to be top 3.
Or
I can't believe we've just said that.
Or when you've had tea and you're going to go and get into bed, but you know there's 4 in the cupboard, so you just have 4 for no reason at half 10 at night.
Yeah.
I've never done that before.
Yeah.
But yeah, it can literally be on anything. It could come up in a podcast, and then 4 hours later, there's another top 10 video out that literally is completely sporadic and completely not planned. But a lot of them, there will be ones where we could maybe have like a deluxe sort of bracket of these where they are more
like this is that and nothing else.
Yeah, it's not going to be out of the moment. It's going to be
planned on paper,
and it's not going to be top 10 at the moment favorite things. It's going to be factually
like
fucking forever
backed up.
This is
science.
I've got
which is what we need. We need to do top 10 songs of this year, 2019, that we've listened to this year.
Categorically, and
no
doing top 10s of the year when it's like March. Like,
yeah, exactly.
That's the ones that annoy me when they say best movies of the year so far, and it's like fucking June. Like, well, all the best ones aren't even going to come out yet. This is a shit list.
Well, it's a shit list, and you're a prick.
It makes me annoyed so far. Best movies of the year, and it's like
people clicking.
Every
oh my
good
God.
movie comes out in October onwards, so that's a bollock statement.
When do the nominations for the Oscars come out?
Golden Globes was yesterday.
Knives Out got a few.
Knives Out got a few. Oscars is usually a lot sooner. I think if you go on, there's a.
It's got to be New Year, and it's mid to late Feb, innit?
There's a website that lists all in a row, or because there's about 50, 60 different award ceremonies in like Hollywood and everything like that. There's literally nobody can possibly work. The time those are going out, like the SAGs and everything. But it's when there's a few that are signifiers. There's like if you get a SAG and if you get the one I can't think of. If you start to sort of get 2 or 3 of them, then you get nailed on.
Favorite.
Yeah. Have you heard about the Oscars? They're looking at grouping, sound mixing, and sound editing because no one knows the difference. Honestly, they were saying people who were voting in the categories didn't know the difference, so they're just picking the one they like the best because they didn't know the difference between sound mixing and sound editing.
But why? Again.
So they're going to group it together and just put sound. Honestly, that's going to happen.
Well, whatever. If it does, that's fine. Well, it's not, but it's. Why the fuck are they still voting on it if they don't know what they're doing?
My understanding
is... Get other people who know what they're doing.
My understanding is the way it works is for every special... Not just... This isn't best film. Everyone votes on best film. But the way the technical ones work, like your cinematography, your composing, whatever, what happens is all the people who've composed that year, all the people who are eligible for compose that year, all the people who are in the composer guild, whatever it's called, right? They all pick their favourite ones. They all pick 3. First, second, third of the year, right? They, the audit of people who get all the scores and nominations together, they aggregate everyone's score, all the scorers votes for best score to give you your 6 nominations.
And then
everybody then votes on those.
But there could be fucking anyone that does that. Is that right?
Everybody. Actors, directors,
but
booms,
isn't some of the guild made up of just random people?
No, the guild was wrong. Guild was the wrong word. Guild was the wrong word. It's only people who work in the industry.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think. I'm pretty sure. But yeah, that's why you get films that have fucking amazing sound editing that people who work in the industry have put forward, but it'll lose out to someone else because the people voting on it might have never watched it. Because you've got to vote on
it. Which reminds me, is I'm going to promise this to our listeners of 10 subscribers that we have.
It's 20 now. Yeah.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
For when the Oscar nominations come out, we will bring our own Oscar nominations out, but with our own categories.
With our better categories. Because, we have a lot of better categories.
We've already thought of this and just forgot, haven't we?
Well, we've always thought of it. We've just done it for last year. We're not done it for this year yet.
We haven't done it yet.
No, but we haven't. We've just not recorded it. We've done it before.
Yeah.
We've done it where we've had... We might come up with a few better categories as well. But I think a couple to wet the whistle again. I had one for best shot, like best individual. So it's like a freeze frame. This is the best shot of the year, or it's like 10.
That'll take us a while to figure that out. But
best moment in the film. That's another good one.
Best thing.
Because some of this, honestly, no, the best scene, best like 1 minute scene, limited.
Yeah, or just like best line, best bit that make like
best delivered line.
also when there's like a line and then
You
a big
have a fucking object wins.
yeah,
Like,
yeah. But like it can be combined with the line and then a bit of the music that happens after the line.
Just overall moment, that'll be that one.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of them that the bit that annoys me with the Oscars is my films never win, for one, and two, there's a lot of smaller films that get overlooked that might be 98% shite, but there's some really good moments in there. So to be fair, I'm pretty much over the Oscars. We just do our own and just watch our own, because First Man didn't win a thing.
Yeah.
Last time, and it thoroughly pissed me
off.
That
opening sequence of First Man.
That fucking Quarantine, the score, the song Quarantine from the score should have won Best Picture. I'm not even joking.
They should just have a category called Best. Best everything.
It just wins.
Best movie. Yeah. Sure.
There's
best sound.
We've
best individual sound.
We've sound effects and stuff. We've eliminated a lot of the ones we don't tend to give a shit about, and also added a few of the better ones, like best stunts. That's one that's overlooked. Best ensemble cast. That's a really good one. Best single score track, not the overall film, but the best individual 3-minute whatever it is.
Yeah.
Biggest surprise is one I think is good as well, because you can have. There's a lot of times
you
watch
like
a film
movie moment.
In terms of like one you weren't expecting, you could go into a film thinking it's going to be a B film, and then there's like, oh shit.
Yeah.
So it's a film that would win that.
I think I've got it in here somewhere. Yeah.
So that is really one that we need to. We'll do that for. It's on General, I think. Try it there.
Yeah.
Soldier.
Best character.
Yeah. Again, that would Gustav from Budapest.
Yeah.
He'd won that. So he's not won the Oscar for the acting. He's just won the best sort of written character, best funniest quote, best noise. We've said that. A stunt. So you need to add to this. Score track, original song, biggest surprise, best moment. Yeah.
They're all there, aren't they?
We remembered them all. Yeah, I remember. That's funny. That
these are some of our ideas.
Things that make you go,
Yeah, things that make you go whatever. Some things that make you go.
I absolutely love that. So you're saying that instead of it's things that make you ambivalent to the fact of, like, if I just gave you a fact, I don't give a shit.
Yeah,
that'd be a really good segment. Like,
yeah.
You know that, like, did you know that wombat's poo is a cube shaped? I don't give a shit.
Yeah. So I don't even know if you're lying, and I don't even care to look it up.
I don't care to look it up. Before we. I know that this hasn't really been music, but before we go on from not music, can we play the first minute of this song? And then you can do one of your songs of the week as well.
Yep. And
then go into your Spotify, actually, because that was what the whole point was, wasn't it? That's what we're supposed to be doing.
Well, it's both of ours, comparing our top 5.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah. Oh, yeah, because it's just the 2019 is just wrapped because it's Christmas Day.
Yeah, it's Christmas. So, Merry Christmas again. Guys. You sent me something, haven't you?
Probably drop that, can't we? This is just, again, it ties in music and movies. It's just to listen to the first 30-40 seconds of this song and not in slow-mo.
Fuck off.
I think you just need to restart your computer or sell it or something. It's just not working, is it?
I'll just move out, see if that changes.
This is you at uni. I've seen you on your, don't know what the software's called, where you start with one thing, loop it, and then you keep adding things and adding things and adding things and adding things, and different, like...
Yeah, on Cubase, you can do it on Logic.
Well, that's what I'm saying, yeah, Logic or whatever, where you got like the guitar, you fade that in a couple of tracks, whatever, like, break the song up into constituent parts. This, for me, is one of the best examples of how layering things works the best. It's going to sound better with these on.
But after each layer, you think, how can they add more?
Keep listening.
Everything is better with a kick drum. Prove me wrong. Some pans in there.
Yeah, so good in a minute.
Oh, nice. The stereo.
Best bits in the bass comes in a minute. Keeping it out for the bass. Yeah, just like a... Yeah, it's after this drop. It comes back in the bass. It's just so simple. It sounds amazing. It's like like putting tarmac over a broken road. It's just so makes it smooth and amazing.
I love how simple it is when you take a beat out and put it back in again. Oh. Bass guitar is this song's backbone.
Yeah. This is a fun one to drive to.
Yeah.
Like in your head, what's happening now?
Looking at my Logic faders, they're all going like that.
do. Fucking love Trent. Listen to Waves, it's just come out, it's amazing.
A lot of this is just like throwing shit at the wall and see when it sticks, innit?
I don't think it is. I think it's calculated.
I mean,
it's like wound it back down again, ain't
he? This starts off with shit and then he gets his calculator out, I think. Like, see if this instrument works. Right, if it does, okay, now I'll start.
That's how he made that Ghost, I think. Where they were doing, they just had loads of samples and just made 40 songs, didn't they? Does stuff like that, when you listen to a song and you don't quite know the context or anything in general, just like songs, does it evoke any weird things in your head? Like the one that gets me,
I feel
recently,
new after that because I've not heard that, and
it's like a palate cleanser.
A new pathway in my brain has been opened.
It's good. I love stuff like that and things you hear for the first time where it puts like a weird sort of thing in your mind that always sticks with it, like Miasma Ghost, right?
Yeah.
Whenever I listen to that, it starts off slow, doesn't it? The tempo slowly picks up, and then when it goes off, for some reason in my head, I imagine what the music video for that song would be, and it's all them playing the song, on like a little stage thing. It's quite weird. It's in like a big massive sphere, right? They're in like, so it's like, our BB-8's like his body moves, but his head stays still.
Yeah.
They're in the middle of this like see-through sphere, so you can see them. The sphere's moving around and they're not moving at all, so that's like it's rolling slow like that. And as the tempo picks up, it's slowly going down a hill. I don't know why. I just think that'd be a fucking awesome music video. I don't know why. It's
very creative.
So it's things like that always stick in my head. I don't know why. First thing I thought when I heard it. Because it's as the song goes apeshit, it's like it's losing control and speeding up, and it's just going to crash. Which is what the song's like, innit?
Yeah.
And me when I'm driving to it.
Yeah.
Which is
that's nice. I'm going to close out the podcast with this song.
Yep.
Probably one of the best songs ever written. I remember where I was when I listened to this for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
In my bedroom after watching Inception for the first time on my old iPod.
Yep.
And you went, Sam, give this one a try. This might be the first film music song I got into.
Yeah.
And I was like, I think I remember listening to it.
It's coming up to 10 years.
Yeah. No, it's past that, isn't it?
2010 it come out.
Oh, I thought it was 08.
No.
I just think everything's 08.
Batman, yeah.
I'll say no more, but I just, and I've got it so it's on Logic, so you can.
So yeah.
So you can see each instrument.
Oh, okay.
Goodbye, everyone. Merry Christmas.
Yeah. Have a good day. Great New Year. I can't believe we got to see this live.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't fucking play it now, I will riot.
Every song afterwards. Playtime!
Playtime! For something for the stranger. What's at the bottom?
Some automation of some kind. I'm trying to read it. Modulation. Is he going to change off this instrument?
Yeah, the strings are still coming later, don't they? Like bar 30, whatever that is.
But there's some strings already. That's what I'm thinking. This modulation is it opens it up every time. And it's just, yeah, he's got everything in one.
It's not even the real version. I'm getting goosebumps. It's not even the fucking.
Yeah, I think that modulation's every time it comes down again. But the structure of the song is so simple. I fall for it every time.
Yep.
When you listen to this, does your whole life just not replay in your head?
It does, and I'm flying through the air at a million miles an hour.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not even focusing on the fact that I'm flying. Everything's rushing past you a million miles an hour.
It's just a summary of, yeah.
To be fair, he does that with everything. Like that one I showed you from Pearl Harbor on last podcast.
Yeah. Oh God. Yeah.
I think it's because I've associated this song obviously so much with the movie that the movie just stops, doesn't it? And there's such a finality to the last note in this song. But for me, it's a palate cleanser for me, this song. Whatever mood I'm in, whatever's happened,
yeah.
When I put this on, what goes through my head and what it sort of elicits in me is that, like,
it empties your cycle bin.
It does. At the start, it's like whatever's going through your head, it's sort of, what's the word? It
identifies it.
Everything goes through your head of you're trying to think of everything just could be too much. You're thinking loads of things at once. This basically says to me, everything goes crazy, and then it goes to everything's gonna be amazing. At the end, it's like I can't put it into words.
Go on, you can.
I generally can't put it into words. It's like
walk me through it.
Whatever you're thinking at the start, right, of the song, every time you listen to it, it can make you think of everything that you're trying to contemplate with life, all the answers you don't have to everything you don't have.
Yeah, it makes you think about it. Like I said, summarising your life.
The top part is that's also to keep the bit the bridge where it goes mental just completely makes you forget all that, and the end of the song to me,
it makes you feel more in the moment, doesn't
it? You lose yourself at that point. The end of the song to me is like it's all worth it. Every single time, whatever's going on in life, it's gonna all be worth it. That's just the bit. It always seals that in for me. I don't know why, because it is like
because you're glad you've experienced A, B, and C. Do you need to get to where you are?
The journey is the point. That's every single time I listen to that song, it makes me think of that. So even if you're in a good mood, it confirms that. And if you're in a bad mood, you listen to that, and it's like
that
it's sort of saying, anyway. Think of the journey so far. Blah, blah, blah. It's just I don't know. It's just amazing. It's that fucking man. I need to buy him a pint.
I need to buy him a pint and something else I'm not going to say because it just put a rubbish note at the end of the podcast.
Say it to me, but then what we should do is get some fake some fake news credits to roll up, and we can talk in quiet, so you can say the horrendous thing to me now, and I'll piss myself laughing.
Yeah.
But it doesn't have our voice.
Okay, we're going to do that.
It's just like the news thing when they go, "That's for all from us. That's for all from Northwest tonight." Good night.
Merry Christmas.
Night from me.
Merry Christmas. I'll buy Hans Zimmer a pint.